to see you, Trisha. Good morning. We are live. Hello, LinkedIn.
I love the bubbly personality, and you're back in Dubai after a trip from Holland, Netherlands.
Yes.
Amazing, brilliant, fantastic. You'll be absolutely melting the heat of Dubai summer. So let's circle back, because I think last week's conversation around having a growth mindset and making sure that your LinkedIn profile is really optimized, making sure that you're using AI correctly, it really resonated with a lot of people. And I thought that we could come back and just touch on a couple of points that we might have missed from last session. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a whole bunch of things since our last session that I've been thinking about, and I know maybe, did you want to tap into actual AI or features on the actual LinkedIn page? Because that would be fantastic.
Yep, we can do that. I do remember last time I said that I would show people how to use ChatGPT and LinkedIn correctly. We can certainly do that if you'd like.
Cool, that's great. I think that would
Awesome.
be amazing. I'll give you a
Yep.
second to set up as I we're gonna test this in the studio. I have a button that says present. You have the same button, so you're able to present on your side, right? Perfect.
Yeah, I think it's from your being live. Cool.
And
Awesome.
then,
Okay.
so I was thinking, imagine, we go to school and we get report cards every, and it's funny because my kids just got report cards about how well they did on all these different areas, and then I feel like we get out of school and then that kind of report kind of ends, right? And to some enterprise businesses, it depends on really how advanced the leaders are really going to say, okay, we have an HR department that's doing a career review and may look at some areas of improvement, based on KPIs. But wouldn't it be incredible if we had, like, imagine, I'm sure it probably exists in China or something, like a review platform where people would get reviewed based on what their traits or values, where their skills, and competencies lie, right? And that people would get that feedback and how that would add value to their competency, or at least like based on where their growth mindset would be, right? So, wondering if, I don't know, this is very philosophical, but I'm wondering if people that would receive positive or negative feedback or ratings about their own skills and competencies, what would you do with that? Would you change direction if you found out you're not good at it? Would you, pivot your career into something else where your skills can actually, be, tailored in a way that you could do something great? I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence there. Do you have any thoughts about that?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it depends on where you're wanting to pivot. So if you're looking for a promotion vertically, then you would need to do that assessment as to a bit of a gap analysis versus, or in comparison to, say, a cross-functional or regional role, or even an international move. Or if you're totally not an employee and you are, or you're not on your own and you're an employee, are you looking to pivot to start your own business? So from that analysis, where does it need to be fine-tuned according to where you're going to be pivoting? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And I mean, the more feedback you get, the better you can kind of adjust and find that passion, right? Because passion is like skills combined with like love to really find and penetrate something that you love that you're meant to do, I think, but I just, getting into that growth mindset idea and how to actually build, I think at the end of the day, A is attitude, and it's all about your attitude, how you're going to deal with it. And I think that goes both ways, whether it be from a job that you've working for an employer and or working with a client, right? Because sometimes there's going to be great relationships, just like any, personal relationship. These are all relationships with humans, right? And sometimes they're not going to be so good, right? So
Yeah.
how do you still engage with maybe a negative environment and still have a growth mindset that is focused on your own personal growth in that circumstance?
Yeah, that's a really good and deep point. We probably need more than 10 minutes to discuss that. But I think people forget about strategic networking. So you want to go out and meet all these people and go to industry events and, get your name and brand out there. But is it strategic? So actually, is it adding value to your own personal brand, to your own network, and to your own goals? And additionally, are we reflecting? So we've said that we want to be business owner, VP, whatever your goal is. But are you strategically networking and reflecting on the types of networks and tasks at hand that you're doing to be able to get to that goal? And I think that's where a growth mindset really, comes into play.
Yeah, well, I wonder if that attitude is, I mean, you can definitely adjust it, but is it something that your environment impacts, right? There are people that are really good at getting out of like a challenging situation. There's other people that are not so good. They're just completely, taken by it. Maybe people that can't even see themselves out of a bad situation. So is that growth that something that we are born with, our parents support, and we can continue to understand that habit and use it efficiently? Or is it something that we can actually just learn from a book? Because there's plenty of books out there that you could read, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think maybe someone where I've had to really build it on myself, but I don't think it's an innate quality, and I'd be happy to be corrected wrong or proved otherwise. But I think that this mindset is something that has to be trained, practiced, and fine tuned. I don't think we're born with this skill because it's quite a tough one to have it naturally.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things that you always have to feed, though. It's like food you need to feed. It's just like this positive attitude. It's how you're going to get out of it. That there's always, I feel like, no matter what negative environment you may be in, there's an opportunist way of looking at it. So you can always think that, what, this is, my personal experience is I always feel like this is here for a reason. So it's to learn, to teach you a skill, to teach you how to overcome a challenge so that it's easier next time, because we're always in the state of learning. So learning becomes a very big part of this growth, right?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it. We need more than 15 minutes, girl. This is a
Yeah.
whole nother conversation, continuous learning and coaching and mentoring, etc., to have these skills ingrained.
Yeah, well, I see you probably deal with a lot of people looking for work that, may or may not feel like maybe so confident, or maybe feel like they can do something that they haven't yet engaged with. And so being open-minded and being able to say yes to the situations, it must be very interesting for your engagement with customers to really see people that have that growth mindset and try to
Yeah,
match them, in terms of the right employers, right? Looking
100%.
for opportunities. I mean, there's a lot of communication going on in this space. And so you're right. Yeah, more than 15 minutes. So I know we're across our halfway mark. Do you want to take us to our LinkedIn page so we can give some advice about how to do that efficiently?
Yeah, sure. And as I do that, I was going to say that I see a lot of females who are quite often um, doubting or lacking their capabilities in comparison to men who quite often, feel well and truly confident when really maybe they shouldn't be.
Oh yeah, overcompetency, right?
Yeah, overcompetency.
That's always interesting.
Okay, cool. All right. So what I'm going to show you first of all is how can we utilize Chat GTP, and you can use the same with this with Bard or whatever other program that you're using. So we can improve our LinkedIn profile in terms of having the right skill sets, the right keywords. Whatever you're trying to integrate, we can have some support from the program to be able to optimize it as best we possibly can. So whether you're a business owner trying to get the right keywords or a job seeker trying to be searchable from a recruitment perspective. So you can come here and you can click the more button.
Here, hold on. I'm going to share your screen right now. I'm going to add it to the screen. It looks like you're going to see your screen in just a second. And we got some funny visuals. This looks very psychedelic.
It says StreamYard is sharing a window.
Yeah, do you see it on the screen? We have your window. It's just another tab that needs to be open.
Oh, okay. Let's try again.
Anyway, Trisha's going to take you through exactly the LinkedIn profile and exactly where you're going to find those areas to really make sure that you profile and highlight and add value, like add information to, so that it could really make you shine, because you are who Google says you are. So get online. LinkedIn is by far one of my favorites when it comes to professional connecting, and people are looking for you. They're looking for your profile. Let them find something good. Let them find something good.
Absolutely. Can you see now? Can you
Yes.
see? Good. Okay. So what you can do is you can click the More button, and then you can save to PDF. So click More, save to PDF, and then your profile will be downloaded into a PDF document. What you can then do is push Control A or copy everything over and paste it into ChatGTP. So that whole PDF is now copied here. And then you can say, summarize this LinkedIn profile. And then the program will analyze the profile and give a summary of what you are. And now you can say, add relevant, or add the top 20 or 50 skills that would be relevant, or that are relevant to a CV writer, which my brand, personal branding marketing agency, yours, Rach, a vice president of marketing, whatever you're actually trying to target, you can now get it to give you the skills that would be relevant and most applicable. And then, so now you can make sure that in your skills section, so this is in order of priority. And now you can ensure that in your LinkedIn profile, you can go to the skills section and cross-check these or add these if you don't have them. Okay? Or you could say, for example, write an improved LinkedIn bio using tier 2 words. So that's like enhanced language. You've got tier 1, 2, and 3 language. Tier 2 words and achievement-based text. So now we're prompting it to write it in the right type of language. So you could say, write it in colloquial or fun and engaging language. You could say, write a LinkedIn bio in a serious and corporate professional tone. You can prompt the program to write it however you would like. Okay. And now you can compare what you've got. If it's better, you can copy and paste that back into your LinkedIn profile accordingly.
Awesome. Was that less than a minute tip of how to just use ChatGPT and get your profile? And we look at LinkedIn profiles all day, every day, and I think one of the biggest areas that people are missing is that one main bio, the about section. The about section. So do you have any tips of what should be there? Because now you have the skills that are going to match exactly what you're doing as whatever type of professional you are, right? But there's always a couple things else that you can add there to make it look extra good, right?
Yeah, so from a recruitment perspective, you would want to showcase a couple of your highlights, your career highlights. Maybe you've won some prestigious awards or multiple promotions, or you've exceeded exceptionally well some KPIs and sales targets. So you want to showcase across your career some snapshots or highlights. Any accolades, maybe, for example, you love a certain quote that really resonates your leadership style, you can put that down. And now more and more people have got access to either a professional writer for LinkedIn or resumes, branding experts, or they're using AI. So how do you stand out from the crowd again? Because now this is the norm. Everyone can use ChatGTP, right? Use different language. So rather than having it as strict traditional corporate phrases, why don't you have it sort of fun and engaging, like, "G'day, how's it going? I'm so glad you've landed on my page. You'll soon find that I'm a rock star." And then that's what captures someone's eyes, because they're used to the very corporate traditional phrases that it's been for so long.
Oh, I love it. I love it, Tricia. Thank you very much. We got another few seconds here. And I think, with this journey for anyone, I think self-reflection is the most important and essential tool for self-growth. Once you understand that what's happening in terms of I just got a battery low notification. Sorry about that. But once you understand what's happening in terms of your own self, and once you become aware, a whole new world opens up, and then that's really where you can then use the tools online and ChatGPT as well. There's so many other ones. These guys just really got the marketing right in terms of building this so that people can perceive you in the right manner, and I encourage everyone to continue this personal growth, embrace it, align with your goals, and ask friends, ask professionals what they think. Get actually analysis of what you're doing. If you need help, the Big Advisor is here. Impressive CV is here to help you. So reach out. It's great to have you online. We thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week.
You
Thanks so much.
will. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye bye.